This is how I make wavy Detroit beats inspired by Babyface, Ray, and I ain't gonna lie, this is probably my waviest beat with my waviest melody, and it's just going crazy. And also, before we do get into the video, I do want to say thank you so much for showing so much love on the multiverse drum kit, bruh. Either the demo, the free version, or the paid version, y'all have been going crazy on it. All of the messages and comments I've been getting about the kit and about how much people love it just means the world to me, especially because I spent so much time on the kit. To have something that you put your all into and then have people really rock with it, incredible feeling, incredible feeling. So with that being said, if y'all like this melody right here, it is going to be in the multiverse drum kit along with 29 other royalty-free loops. Yes, you heard me right. You ain't gotta worry about splits, payments, publishing, nothing. Like, you use them and you can just go crazy with them. You don't have to worry about a single thing. First link in the description, multiverse drum kit, bruh. Go get that. All right, so look, the FLP, kind of intimidating, not gonna lie. It looks intimidating, but I promise you it's not as bad as what you think it is. And we're gonna break it down step by step so y'all can make crazy melodies just like this. First thing, 77 BPM. Y'all be saying that I never add the BPM. I just never really think about it like that because I always think about things in ranges, but 77 BPM specifically for this project. And then the preset that I used was Looking for Stevie and the Stage 73V. This is from Arturia. Then for the effects, I did have a Fruity Limiter to make it louder, but I didn't need it in the end. And then I just got this EQ right here to cut out the low so that when we do eventually add bass into the loop, it ain't gonna clash, you feel me? It ain't gonna be muddy, none of that. So let's play this chord progression right here, and then I'm gonna tell y'all the secret trick on how to make insane chord progressions like this. All right, we're only gonna play half of it because I don't want y'all to be sitting here forever, you feel me? So let me show y'all how to make things like this. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna go over to ripchord, boom, and then you're gonna pick like a preset. This is from Prisms. It is like an expansion pack that you do have to purchase, you feel me? But by the way, not sponsored, I'm just legitimately showing y'all what I did. I've also had a lot of people tell me they had an issue with setting up ripchord. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna click on this button right here and you're gonna go to output port and you're gonna change it to like 1. You feel me? And then whatever VST you want to link it to, in this case we're linking it to the Stage 73. You're gonna click that same thing but go to input port this time and make sure it's the same number. So 1 right here and then 1 right here, they have to be the same number. So now you see we're focused on ripchord. If I play a note, you hear like the Stage 73. So that's how you set it up. So let's open up a new pattern real quick and we'll just lay down like a couple chords. We do this and that. You just do something simple like this. You see, so those are just 3 chords that sound good together. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna right click on ripchord and we're gonna hit burn to MIDI 2 and then we're gonna hit current pattern. Now it's basically just taking these chords and it's bouncing out the MIDI so we have the whole chord progression and we can move each note like that, you feel me? Now we just cut that out, paste it over into the Stage 73. So now we kind of get into like the technique and the strategy. So now we got like a couple chords that sound good. Now we need to like figure out how to make it look like this. And basically to do that is just, you got to just take it one step at a time and just experiment with stuff. So I'm really just taking these chords and I'm just moving stuff. You feel me? I'm just moving notes like this, like watch. We can do one where it goes up the whole time like this. Boom. And then maybe we can go down. And then little tricks that you can do too is like you can just take the whole chord, maybe move it like halfway through, and then go up an octave too. Hey, that's kind of hard. I'm low-key getting carried away. That's kind of hard. But yeah, you basically just do things like that. So with that being said, that's how I basically got here, by doing those two things. I'm taking these and I'm moving them. I'm taking stuff and I'm pitching it up an octave like this right here. And I'm just going crazy like the whole time. After that, added in a bass. Whenever you're doing like these soulful samples, you always gotta add a bass, bro.
It just completes the vibe, you feel me?
So I got the Scarby Rickenbacker bass with the dub bass preset. No effects on it. The only thing I did was just turn it a little bit down in the mix. And this is what it sounds like by itself. Pretty simple, you feel me? Just kind of like following the root notes of the original chord progression. And then next, I got a little one shot right here. I believe this is from Max Shooter, I want to say. Put it on stretch mode, you feel me? Then that's how you get this little knob to be stretched. And then I messed with the envelope. I turned the attack up a little bit, just so it kind of fades in a little bit. And I turned the release up to halfway, so when you're done playing the note, it still kind of tails off a little bit. And then I got the hold all the way up, so when you do press the note, it stays there, you feel me? And with that, I ended up making this little pattern right here. And as you can see, it's nothing too crazy. We're really just kind of like laying notes that just end up sounding good. It isn't too many like technical like type things, you feel me? It's really just like a like, it's nothing like too crazy. Like, I feel like this is a very realistic melody a lot of people can make, you know what I mean? So I did that on the first half of that melody, and then on the second half I ended up changing it to a different one, you feel me? So they're kind of like playing together, and this is what that second lead sounds like. Oh, you know what? Let me go over the effects before I forget. So the lead right here, just reverb. I messed with the size. So I went higher on the mix and I put the size down a little bit. I feel like it kind of gives like a cool like balance, you feel me? Then I just got like an EQ to clean it up and just make it sound like how I wanted it to sound, cut out the frequencies I didn't want to hear, you feel me? They're in the same mix channel, so they're getting the same effects and everything like that on top. Then I just wanted the chord progression to feel a little bit more full and have a little bit more texture rather than just having the Rhodes. So I got another one shot, turn on stretch mode, turn down the volume a little bit, mess with the envelope like this, and I basically just copied and pasted the whole progression over into this one shot. Yeah, so with that, I felt like it just gave it like a cool retro vibe when it was in this range right here. And I also felt like it kind of gave the loop a little bit like Barkley feel, if that makes sense, when it got to the higher note. So I really just like what it added to the whole loop. And then at this point, we have a very solid foundation for a whole loop. And this is what it sounds like at this point right here. As you can see, like as a loop, you can really just stop right there. But since I was making this loop for the multiverse drum kit and I just wanted to go like all out and just be like hella extra, you feel me? I ended up adding like way more like accents and textures and stuff like that. So the first thing that I added was this Early Birds accent from Loner, shout out bro, and it sounds like this. And then for the effects on that one, I just got the Valhalla Supermassive, but I didn't really want the delay to be like going throughout the whole sound. So I ended up making this automation clip. So the delay kind of fades in. So you kind of get like the tail end of it while still preserving like the beginning of it. Then I just got this lo-fi texture from the Medusa bank. This is a free bank if you do want to download it. If you're looking just for like some analog lab presets that go crazy, for sure look into it, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Really just some vibes to kind of like sit there in the background and give more of a retro feel to the whole loop. Then after that, I added this accent right here from Loner, just EQ, getting rid of those lows, boosting up the highs, and then a pancake, so it kind of like pans right to left and left to right and everything like that. It goes back and forth. And like I said, I was being very, very extra with this. So I got another accent. I believe this is from Max Shooter. I believe sound source is Max Shooter. And I kind of like chopped out a little part, faded in, faded out, kind of just like tried to alter it just so it fit within my loop. You feel me? And then for this one right here, a lot of delay, just so it really tails off like that, really echoes out. Valhalla reverb. And then EQ2 to kind of just make it sound like how I wanted it to sound, you feel me? Then I've just watched like a bunch of like YouTube tutorials, and they always be saying to like throw like drum textures and stuff like that within your loop. So I ended up getting this one off of Splice. I reversed it and I also chopped it up and I put the volume down like stupid low, like stupid low, you feel me? And then I also just kind of like EQ'd down some of the highs just so it didn't really like stand out in the mix too much. This is what it ended up sounding like. As you can see, very, very subtle, definitely like a background player for sure. And then lastly, for the whole loop, got this vocal right here, chopped it up, put it here how I wanted it to. Actually, let me just show y'all the effects right now. EQ, cut out like all of the lows basically, and cut out a bunch of the highs, pan it to the left a little bit just to kind of create more room in the mix, and then also turning it down just so it doesn't stand out too much and it's not louder than everything else. So that goes for all the components of the loop, but the very last thing that I did was like mix it. As you can see, like panning stuff, maybe like creating a little bit more separation in the mix, and then just like messing with the volumes until it was perfect to me. And then afterwards, I went over to the master channel and I put the God particle on just to kind of like make it louder. So if I was making a beat, would I have done that mastering thing for my loop? No, but I was putting this in a pack, so I wanted to make it a little extra loud, a little extra full, and that's how I did that. And now it's time to move on to the drum portion, you feel me? And then this video is actually sponsored by Gatekeep Sounds, you feel me? Because that multiverse drum kit is out now and it's going crazy. So everything that you see here is available in the multiverse drum kit. We also got the FLP for it, you feel me? So if y'all really wanted to like go into it and mess around with it and really like learn how to make the loop and stuff like that, I got all the FLPs for all the loops, got all the MIDI for the loops as well, just for your own convenience. All right, so now with that being said, let's get into the breakdown of the drums, you feel me? So the first thing I did was I got this snare right here. It's called Belts in the multiverse kit, and as you see, like the placement is a little bit weird, and for some of these like Detroit and Michigan inspired beats, you kind of want to delay the second snare and it kind of gives you like a bouncy effect, you feel me? Now that does sound weird like by itself, but when you put it in context with everything else and all the other drums, it comes out pretty hard, I ain't gonna lie. Then the next thing I did was move on to the hi-hats. I got the control hi-hat from the multiverse kit, and then I ended up making a bouncy pattern based around like the loop and like the drums and the snare and everything like that. So a lot of these like little 3 count things right here, for surely hitting those, you know what I mean? And then I'm also messing around with like where that snare would be. So like, as you can see, I do like a little mini roll right here, and then the snare would normally be right here, you feel me? But since we moved it and delayed it, it actually gives like a really cool effect when you do like the rolls into it, but then there's nothing there. It's like an anti-drop, you feel me? And this is what the hi-hats sound like by themselves. Now, I'm sure y'all heard it, but with the hi-hats, I have a little bit of reverb on it. Why did I do that? I don't know. I just kind of liked how it sounded. Sometimes when I'm making beats, I just kind of be sitting there like,
Ooh, what if I tried this?
and then like I do it and I'm like, oh, that's cool. It's different. Let's rock with it. You feel me? Then I got the Andromeda open hat from the multiverse kit right here. And I just did like the little 3 counts right here on every other beat. Alright, so as you can see right here, it does say the spins 808 but beefier, but I actually ended up changing it to the anomaly 808 from the multiverse drum kit just because I just like this one a little bit more. Now with this 808, I didn't have to do anything to it. This is just how the 808 hits. And you know what? That's why I really like the Anomaly 808 over the E-Trizzle spins but beefier 808, is because with the E-Trizzle one, I do have to do a couple things to make it hit exactly how I want it to. But with the Anomaly one, I literally don't have to do anything. Then I threw the little tambourine thing right here. It's like a Detroit, Michigan type beat. It's almost mandatory to put this sound in here, you feel me? And then I just got a couple risers. I got this one from the Multiverse kit. You feel me? And then I also got this one. This reverse triangle one is actually from the Infinite Go-To drum kit. Yeah. Every sound but one is from the Multiverse drum kit. And then I also got this one right here. So when we go from like the hook to the verse, you kind of like get like an audible sign off. You feel me? Crazy, bro. I made that riser from scratch. All right, and then with that being said, I took this loop. I also pitched it up 200 cents right here, turned the volume down, and I did throw a couple effects on it. EQ, taking out the lows to save room for the 808, taking out a little bit of highs, just so I had more room for the hi-hats and the open hats. And I just ducked down this frequency right here just because it was a little bit muddy. I just wanted to take a little bit of those frequencies out. Threw a flanges just because why not? I just liked how it sounded. Threw a little bit of reverb. Then I also got this shaper box preset right here, and that's really just to make like a tape stop effect, and y'all will hear it when it goes into like the beat and the drop and everything like that. If you ever wanted to know how to do those like tape stop effects and everything like that, I think you can do it with Gross Beat as well. I just do shaper box just because I have it. So I put on the little tape stop effect. You right click right here, you hit create automation clip, and then one of these things will get brought up right here, and you just make a little box right here. You feel me? Because if you have it up the whole time, it'll just go you feel me? Like the whole time, you feel me? So you got to make sure you put it down. You know what I mean? And with that being said, this is the whole beat, brother.
Hey, go ahead, Infinite.
Boom, just like that. That's how I make Babyface Ray beats from scratch, bro. So with that being said, if you like the video, hit the like. If you want to comment, throw the comment. If you want to sub, hit the sub. And if you need some drums, check out the Multiverse drum kit right now. And if you need some free drums, there is a free version available that has like 100 sounds in it. Why wouldn't you download that? It's so free, bro. That's crazy. That's just insane.